What's up, everybody? Thank you for joining me today. And what we're going to be discussing is a news story that's everywhere, and it's concerning a representative in Congress by the name of Erica Thomas. And what happened is that I'm going to share my screen so you can get a look at her, see how she looks and everything. All right, so here we go. Okay, this is Erica Thomas. She's an American politician from and a youth leader from Georgia, District 39. And so she went to a store, to a Publix, and she got into an altercation with some white guy while she was in line. She was trying to go to the express checkout line. It was 10 items or less, and she had 15. And then the white guy approached her about having, as she said, 15 items in a 10 items or less lane. He was disrespectful to her. He called her a son of a bitch, called her a bitch, and told her to go. And she claimed that he told her to go back to her country. If you remember, this is referencing the fact that Donald Trump sent out a tweet a few days ago telling some other congresswomen, a Hispanic, a Puerto Rican, and a black one, and a Muslim, to go back to their country if they don't like America, since they always saying negative things about it. And so even at a rally, he had his entire crowd chant, "Go to send her back, send her back." And so this is feeding off of um, that situation. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna play two videos. The first one. Now the thing about these videos is that I don't know which one happened first. They're both dated the same day. One video is her response, which I think is the first one. That happened first. It's her response to what happened. She went on her live and explained what happened. And the second one was when the news found out who the guy was. They interviewed him, and she interrupted it, and they started arguing. It was a whole big mess. So first, let's listen to her response. I only heard like 20 seconds of it, maybe. So we're gonna go ahead and hear hers right fast.
So I decided to go live because I'm very upset because people are getting really out of control with this white privilege stuff. I'm at the grocery store and I'm in the aisle that says 10 items or less. Yes, I have 15 items, but I'm 9 months pregnant and I can't stand up for long. And this white man comes up to me and says, "You lazy son of a bitch." He says, "You lazy son of a bitch. You need to go back where you came from." And he says that. I said, "Sir, you don't even know me. I'm not lazy. I'm 9 months pregnant." He says, "You're ignorant. You're ignorant." It hurt me so bad. I'm sorry, y'all, because everything in me wanted to just tell him who I am and how I know. But I couldn't get anything out. I could just tell him, "Please leave me alone, please." And my child was just sitting right there. He said, "Mama, why would he call you that? Why would he do that?" I can't even explain to her why he has so much hate in his heart.
So that's what happened. And I don't see what was all the crying about. Really, she crying as if he assaulted her. You know what I'm saying? Like he hit her or tried to run her over with the car. She's sitting over here boo-hooing, crying about words. And that's ridiculous. She's trying to get attention. That's what that is. For some reason, she expected that she was immune to racism just because she's in the Congress. And she's sitting up there crying for the entire world to see. And I know a part of her has to be embarrassed and regret that she even uploaded that video. Because like every mother tell their child, every father tell their child, don't let them see you cry. That's part of why they do it. Because they want to get an emotional reaction out of you, the racists. They want you to just lose control so they can become the victim, even though they started the situation. They want to be the victim, and then their hope is that you assault them violently in some way so that they can call the police and either have you arrested, they can press charges and probably sue you, or the police would just outright kill you. This is chess. And for her to sit up there and take it to that extreme, it's embarrassing. And so this is the video, the next one that I'm going to show you guys. This is when the news found out who he was, where he was located, and then they start interviewing him. And it's like 15 minutes long. We're not going to watch the entire thing, but I just want you guys to get see these two interact and see, you know, how much her emotion comes into play again. And because he got what he wanted and he already won, he's kind of calm about it and just letting her embarrass herself.
This woman was in the express lane that says 10 items or less, 2 other lanes with 53 open. I go pay for my 3 items and one of the other lanes. Frustrating is the secret there.
Wait until you come out.
Got about 20 items, so that frustrated me.
In your room.
Cash or customer associates or Publix talking about the front door, and I asked them if anything could be done, so on and so on. But that's not Publix policy. We're not allowed to fund any customers without the express lane. But customers. I thought about it for a second, almost walked down, walked back in, went up to the lady. I did not know her name, did not know her stature of the state legislature or anything. And asked her,
You don't get a spotlight. You don't get anything at all. Because you degraded me and you paraded me, and everybody needs to see your face on camera. Right? Yes, I know it's on camera. And everybody needs to know that what you did to me, and what you did to me as a woman that is 9 months pregnant, and you think you're going to get away with this? No, you're not. You are going to jail. And this speaks for every, oh no, I'm showing myself. This speaks for every black, brown, and any woman that's out there that's 9 months pregnant, and a white man comes up to you and calls you a son of, I don't care what you are, yes you are. If anybody comes up to you and calls you a son of it, I am facing the man that degraded me and paraded me, and I'm not right. No, I'm not.
That was funny. That was funny. She was like, when a white man comes up to you and dude was like, I'm not white. She was like, I don't care what you are. I'm not white. Yes, you are. He is.
I'm standing right in front of you. And if you know how you made me feel yesterday, if you know how you made my daughter feel,
back off before I call the police.
Call the police right now because they are looking for you.
I already talked with him.
It's okay. I am so happy that you're here. And I'm happy that everybody needs to see this man that did this to me. And he thinks that he gets a 5 minutes of fame. You think that you're going to come up when you see police, when you see SB 46, you think you're going to come up here and get a spotlight? No, you're not. The only spotlight you're going to get is everybody needs to see the man that did this to a woman that's 9 months pregnant.
Are you a state legislator?
Nobody is here for you.
Are you a state
Nobody
legislator?
Thank you. We can see you later.
Would you like to get
What's strange is that I told you she's doing this for attention because she said nobody's here to see you when they were talking to him, and she interrupted because the camera was on him. And after she sat up there and, you know, slammed him with a barrage of words, said, okay, now put the cameras back on me. It's time to continue my interview. It's about me. That's strange. Let's watch a little bit more. I didn't see this either.
You guys want to handle this?
We want to hear from both of you. Yeah, I want to hear both sides. No, he is. I cannot believe that you would do this. Do you not feel bad? Do you feel bad?
You understand you're a liar?
I'm a liar about what?
Everything that happened.
Do you feel bad?
Me telling you to go back where you came from?
Do you feel bad about yourself?
Did I say that?
Yes, you were. Seriously,
Did I say? Is it on video?
What did you say?
I called you a lazy bitch.
Okay,
That's the worst thing I said.
That's all you said to me?
Yes.
Okay, because that makes you look better because everybody's happy now. That makes you look better to me.
I know what I said.
Okay. It's all
The
right.
video knows what I said.
Okay, yeah, they all see it. They all see that she left out of the grocery store.
I didn't leave. I took one step out.
At the end of the day, you
Don't
know what?
kick me out.
I'll let you have your 5
Am
minutes.
I banned from Publix?
I'll let you have your 5 minutes of fame.
You got
You have your
yours?
5 minutes of fame.
You got
There
yours?
you are. You know what? Thank you. Congratulations. What's your name?
Eric Spark.
I like to shake your hand.
No, you're not.
I like to shake your hand.
Go away.
Go ahead, Eric Sparks. I want him to get his 5 minutes of fame. Go ahead.
What she want to shake this guy's fucking hand for? That's weird. What's your name? I would like to shake your hand. For what? You just stood up here and we saw in the previous video how she was crying and emotionally distraught about what he said. Now she meets him. He says the worst thing he called her was a lazy bitch. And he didn't, and he claims he didn't tell her to go back to her country or wherever she came from. And she can't even refute that he didn't say that. Only thing she can say is like, well, what did you say? Well, what did you say? And I'm telling you, I honestly think she's doing it for attention. And the fact that Donald Trump made that tweet about telling other representatives to go back where they came from, I think she saw this as an opportunity to get some spotlight for herself.
5 minutes of fame, Eric. And I'm facing you right now. And I'm tall and I'm fine because guess what? I am okay. God is with me. I'm a blessed mom.
Here, I'm going to straighten this out. I want the reporters to ask me questions.
Go ahead, ask the question.
I want individual questions.
Yeah. What did you say? What took place in the home?
Okay. This reporter already asked me that. I have a statement that I sent to WSP TV already for Lauren Cozen. Okay, you Lauren Cozen? Okay. I sent an email statement to Lauren already. That is my statement to WSP TV. That's exactly what happened.
Could you tell us on camera what happened?
I walked in the Publix, bought my 3 items. There were 3 checkout lanes, one was an express. The other 2 were empty. I kept my tongue shut. I walked and paid for my items in one of the empty lanes. This lady I noticed had about 20 items on the conveyor. Okay. I walked up to the 2 customer service associates from Publix, asked them what should be done in the next manner. They said, corporate policy, we can't do anything. But you as a customer can say something.
You hear this? This dude is making a big deal that this woman, who he probably noticed visibly that she was pregnant, had 10 extra items in a 10 lane on the conveyor belt for 10 items or less. He extra petty as hell. That's a grown ass man sitting up there snitching on a woman about her having 10 more items than she should have in a damn express lane. Everybody in this situation is extra petty. They got too much damn time on their head. On their hands. This is stupid.
I took a step outside the store, thought about it, turned around, walked up to Miss Thomas. I said, ma'am, not to be rude, my exact first word, pointed at the sign, which shows it on the surveillance camera, which I've seen already. Pointed at the sign, said I didn't last. She berates me after that. I don't remember exactly what she said, but on camera she approached me, came towards me as I took a couple steps back. She said a few words, I do not recall exactly what those words were. I said, you're selfish. She did submit that she's 9 months pregnant. I said, it doesn't matter in this case. There's no point on this case. It's 2 empty lines. You don't need to be in this question. Then I stated, she said a few words. I stated, well, you're selfish little bitch. I did say that. That's all I said after that, and I walked out of public. Her words stating on Twitter and her video, saying I told her she needs to go back where she came from, are untrue. I am Cuban. I am not white. I am white, but I am Cuban. I was raised with a Cuban grandmother who didn't speak any English in the late 60s and 70s.
Now, so at first he claimed, remember back to that thing, he said he's not white, he's Cuban. He was raised with a Cuban grandmother. Well, he was like, well, I am white, but I was raised by a Cuban grandmother. That means nothing. He registers as white on his papers. Job applications, his driver's license probably say Caucasian. It don't matter that you had a grandmother who spoke Spanish. She probably was white too. It's no different than if I went over there to fucking Europe and I sit over there and I start speaking French, I can claim that I'm French when people consider French people as white. They all just messed up in this entire story.
I felt racism and prejudice. I'm not playing the victim.
How the fuck did he feel racism and prejudice? Maybe prejudice because that's people just didn't like his ass. But racism? This guy's white.
Woman this time is playing the victim for political purposes because it's a state legislature. I'm a Democrat, number one. I vote Democrat party line. Number two, proven facts can be proven. On Facebook, I will make it public. Proven facts. All my statements are anti-Trump, anti-Republican, anti-racism, anti-bigotry. This lady does not know me. She's using this to get on camera for political purposes without contacting me or to find out what my name was. I found all this out an hour ago through a friend that's on Twitter that asked me, is this what happened at Publix yesterday? Showed me the video. It was this Thomas. And I was aghast. That is not me. My friends will stand by me and tell me I am not racist. You can look at all my posts, everything. I will defend myself to the core.
Okay, I'm gonna fast forward it because he's making some point that she probably didn't consider it. I think she is doing this for political purposes. She's using the fact that the backlash Donald Trump is facing for his tweets as part of her motivation to say, oh, we're being told to go back to our country. I'm tired of this white supremacy, white favoritism, white privilege, and she's using it for political gain. I'm going to fast forward to when she interjects again. I want to see what happens.
I might regret saying that. For her to be confronting me, does that mean you need to express late? Does that mean you need to express late? You have more than that.
You know what?
Show
I
you
have my
the
receipt. I have
Show
my
it.
receipt, and they will see.
Show it.
But you know what? It
You
doesn't
had at
matter
least
if I
20.
had any.
You had at least
You
20.
will not tell a pregnant, non-pregnant
Did I
woman.
know you were
No,
pregnant?
I told you that. I told you I was
After you
pregnant.
took 2
And you
steps towards
said,
me,
I don't care, you're a lazy son of a bitch. That's what you said.
I said the lazy part. I didn't say son of a bitch.
You did not just say you said son of a bitch.
I
What did
said
you say?
lazy.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to my car. I'm going to sit down. If you want to have this 5 minutes of fame, at the end of the day, the only reason why this man is doing this is because everybody, what do you say, the great call. Everybody's calling you out on your stuff. And so
We're
now
not calling
you're
you
here.
out.
Oh,
We're letting you
if
know.
nobody, if the news didn't get this, there's so many black and brown people all across the country. And if I wasn't a state representative and the news didn't get this, he would get away with calling me what he called me, saying what he said, and berating me and my 9-year-old child.
I didn't berate your 9-year-old
Anyway,
child.
that was standing right
You're
there.
the one that confronted me, man.
I
After I
said this.
pointed it out.
Y'all can finish with
You
him.
take no
Y'all
responsibility.
can finish with him. Obviously, he admitted to whatever he wanted to admit to. Everybody's after him, and now this is where we're at. So at the end of the day, I'm going to sit in my car, and then when you all are done with him, it's 5 minutes of fame. Now that you have, yes, I am very happy with myself. I'm standing up for the black and brown people all across the nation, and the women, and pregnant women, and pregnant women all across the nation. You can say whatever you say about black women. I don't care.
You don't
At
care.
the end of the day,
That's the
the
point.
point
You
is I'm
don't care.
standing up.
You care about yourself.
Yeah,
That's it.
I'm selfish son of a bitch, right?
You are.
See, thank you.
You care about yourself and your legislative and political career. That's all you care about. Thank you.
All right, that's not the end of the video, but that's all we need to hear is the pettiness and the childish and how she just really into this, how that really affected her. And then I really believe she felt she can use this for political motivation for her career, and how she keeps saying for all the black women, for all the women of color, for all the women that's 9 months pregnant. Any man that tells you that you shouldn't have 20 items in a 10-item less lane is racist or they're wrong, and you shouldn't stand for that. She should have picked a better battle than this, a grocery store item checkout. And it's just sad and a waste of energy and time. And for her to even make that stupid video of her crying like that to make herself look weak, when up there she wanted to make herself look so strong. And when she was up there, you noticed how she kept saying, "His 5 minutes of fame, his 5 minutes of fame. I'll be in my car when y'all are ready to talk," basically. You know what I'm saying? Like, she still wants the cameras on her. Yeah, I don't know about her being selfish, but I do see her as using this as a political tool, as a political advantage, and milking it and adding sauce to it. I believe she added a few things to it. I'm sure he probably took some things out. So both of them are using it to their advantage because they don't want to be embarrassed. He don't want to be embarrassed by what he said, and she don't want to be embarrassed by being so damn petty. So leave me a like, a comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. If you can see my address bar up there, and you can see where I got the story, you can go ahead and finish it. It's about 6 more minutes. So I'll let you guys go ahead and get to that. Let me know what you think.